Yo, what's up? Before we start the game, a quick strategy primer for the Beloe Lake Confrontation mode, because this is absolutely one of the hardest maps in the game, especially in Confrontation, and you really want to know this map inside out before you play it, in order to really understand what's going on. So, first, where do we spawn? Here's our village, and we are spawning our infantry around this line. The enemy also has his village, with the infantry spawning around this line. Now our tank spawn is here in the center, on the bridge. The enemy tank spawn, though, is somewhere here and somewhere here. So they have two spawns on both sides, left and right, meaning we have to be very careful, because we can be sniped from two sides. First problem. Second problem, despite this forest area having trees and little hills, mostly it's quite flat. And the enemy tanks can also go on those little hills. And then they have long range control, being able to constantly penetrate the whole area. Now, this means that as an infanterist, you can't expect to survive for long. You need to be very careful, even as a tanker. So this map is dominated by tank warfare. The team that controls, that has the tank supremacy, has a significant advantage over what everything's going on the map. So we need to get a tank supremacy, and we do this by hopefully having two tanks. For this map, I recommend everyone to play in a 2-stack, which I generally recommend because it's much more fun to play with two people than with one. Though it's not fun to play with more, because then the games get too one-sided. Here, having two players gives you the strong advantage of being able to communicate with one player watching the left and the other player watching the right side. Now, since I'm playing alone, I don't have this. But most of you also will play alone, so it's better. It's more representative if I just play it alone. But we can expect the problem of being sniped from both sides. Okay, so we hope our team has always two tanks, so we get the tank supremacy. And we also want one plane, because the best way to deal with two enemy tanks is one plane of your own. We can have also two planes, but don't necessarily need to have it. Now, this means the map is very vehicle heavy. This, though, opens up a good counter strategy. Even if the enemies have the vehicle supremacy, depending on how well distracted they are, we can, if we have strong enough spawn pressure, meaning if we have lots of close rallies and APCs, we can quickly get into the point and within a short burst cap it. So this is the great counter strategy. If we see we are losing our tanks and planes constantly, we can just quickly get on the point and start capping it and still get the win. Now, this is the first objective. The next objective, if we cap, will be this enemy village house. If they cap, it will be our enemy village house. And the last objectives are here in the trench. And our side, I don't even know where our side has its last objective. I guess it's the Chapel. I never played it so far in Confrontation. So yeah, you see, highly complicated map. And of course, the biggest problem is this big lake here, because this lake is dominating the whole right side. This means and the enemies have the advantage because they are spawning straight here and they have a perfect line of sight into the objective, into our potential rally points, and even into the next point. Our tanks don't have this luxury. We have to drive through this area. We are obstructed by all of these houses and trees here, and we can't even snipe them that well. If we want to snipe into the enemy gray zone, we have to drive around in the open, which is obviously not that good. So yeah, we can expect that if you play from this side, you're disadvantaged, and the enemies have the big advantage, but only if they go really hard into playing tanks. Alright, now we can start the game. Yo, what's up? Welcome to another low BR Legends game, playing BR2 Soviets on one of the greatest maps in the game, the old Moscow campaign Beloe Lake. Also known as White Lake, a nice Soviet village in the outskirts of Moscow, with a big lake on the right side, making this one of the most complicated and most beautiful maps in the game. Why is it so? Very simple. We have here the Confrontation version, which is quite new. This is my third time playing it, and the first time playing it as Soviets. And it's highly asymmetrical, meaning depending on where you start, you have to play completely differently. Now, the most important thing is to have long-range control over the map, because it's so open. So, obviously I start with the tank, and there we see the first enemy tank on the far left. Let's snipe him. Ah, beautiful. -4 and -5, yes. Now, as far as I know, all of our tanks are starting in the same central area, but the enemy tanks can spawn far left or far right. This means we have a downside, we have a big disadvantage, since we have to watch both sides. This map is much easier to play if you play it in a two-team, so you can communicate and one player watches the left, the other player watches the right, and then you have instant information. But if you're playing alone, yep, there's the next tank shooting, then you have a problem. Now, we need to make sure these infantry's are dead, and hope the enemy tank didn't really spot us. I also have some protection by this house in the hill. Yeah, let's try to not engage him. Okay, let's see. But there seems to be... Okay, let's get him out of... Oh my god. Oh, okay, it's just -2. We just got -2'd, which is fine since we have 6 tankers. Alright, tank is dead. Good. Yeah, this is the advantage of playing Soviet tanks. You get the T-28 with 6 tankers, so you can afford losing the first 2 without any downsides. Oh, the enemies are Molotov. Yeah, oh, nice. Yep. Yeah, this dude is out of grenades. Ah, damn it, we're -4 now. In that case, let's block the entrance. Yeah, before you're losing your tank, always use it as blocker or cover to help your teammates. I can't even shoot anymore. Ah, okay. Yeah, perfect. Now, even if we die, it doesn't matter. Our team has a big advantage of the enemies not being able to snipe us from the center. Okay, you see, it's... the big lake is basically like 35% of the whole playable map. And if you're on the right side, you're so open, you have to be very careful. That's why I prefer to approach the left side as fast as possible to get control over it. Though we got destroyed, and the enemies are controlling the left now, so we have to go to the right. Though, since this is Confrontation, I killed so many enemies, I distracted them so well, we should have the advantage. Yeah, you see they started, they kept, but we killed so many of them, and now our team is coming that we should be able to recap it. Good. Okay, we have our machine gunner squad, meaning we can build a machine gun, an HMG even. Now where do we build it? Apparently not here, we need to build it to the right. Okay. Now these are the fun, juicy parts. You can spam anti-tank guns and machine guns. And anti-air guns. Though anti-air guns sadly nerfed, barely doing any damage against infantry. Okay, let's see. We sadly can't... Oh my god. Oh, they're paratroopers, that's good. Oh, you see? Okay, we just need to survive and start spamming everything. There's a tank we can kill, there's infantry and paratroopers, and there's a weak Italian tank. Oh my god, some motherfucker doesn't let us have fun. Okay, he killed our HMG. Okay, we kept, nice. Okay, and this is, by the way, why Confrontation is, or why thinking in general is, why Enlisted is highly underrated when it comes to strategy. On a surface level, it looks like the enemies were defeating us because they have their 2 tanks, they have their 1 tank, 1 anti-tank gun, maybe even a second tank. They killed me, they blew up my squad almost a second time, and they even jumped behind our lines of paratroopers. Now guess what? All of this was highly inefficient. They killed 1 of my tanks, I killed 2 of their tanks. And lots of infantry. And para-jumping costs a lot of time. Setting anti-tank guns up costs a lot of time, especially if the anti-tank gun is blocked, thanks to my T-28 here on the right. All of this gave us enough time to just capture the point. Yep, they had the soft majority, but we still kept the point. Alright, now... Oh, good that the tank was killed. Now I can take an APC. And you see, our team is doing it well. They all approach straight... They all go straight to the point. And they don't dick around on the right side. As Enlisted players oftentimes like to do. Yeah, now we need to just bum rush straight to the new point. And I'm gonna place the APC on the left. There are some little hills. There are some little earth hills. Or earth mounds. Yep, this is where we want to hide. And we better not be seen, because if the first German tank that spots us is gonna blow us up. Or more precisely the APC. Alright, I won't waste time spamming mines here. I could, but yeah, we can start capping very quickly, so let's go there. Let's park the squad here, and... Oh, that was a fast dude. Ah, he headshot us. That explains it. That explains it. Let's pre-fire him. Pre-fire is the fastest way of aiming. Alright, let's get in. It's dark in here. And it's mined too. Well, okay, whatever. Now, how's the tactical situation? Yep, we need to avoid spamming infantry on the right. We can only approach from the left, because the enemies have tanks, at least one on the right, so we need to go through the left or center left. Yeah, once again, this map is, especially on Confrontation, but even Invasion, highly tank focused, because it's a wide open area, and this means tanks reign supreme, since they can blow up, they can shoot all the infantry, they can blow up all the structures, and they can quickly reposition, and you barely can do anything. And you even have protection against planes, because there are so many trees and stuff like that. So you absolutely need to have tank control over this map. And you need to trade favorably, because you cannot expect to survive forever, obviously. But you want to trade favorably. And if you manage to get in a couple of good tank runs, it's... we get stuck. You're highly benefiting your team. Especially if you do it as we did in the beginning, killing 2 tanks and like 20 infanterists. Yeah, that's all you need to do basically. And then keep up the pressure with rallies and APCs. But the most important thing is long range control. Since the team that has the long range control can, well, no matter how many spawns the enemies have, I can just kill them all. More spawns means they're gonna die faster. Oh, and there's another tank. Damn, up. Yeah. Yeah, you see how far away he literally shot me from the gray zone. Yeah, this is what long range control means. I can't do anything against it. I need to regain the long range control, and then the infanterists become relevant again. And of course, both teams need to have 2 competent tankers, which is sadly not the case for our team, since we're having 1. Yep, the artillery placed on basically in front of the old point. Let's get this tank out of there. Oh, another F1. Yeah, Panzer IV F1 just way weaker than Panzer IIIN. There's no reason to play the Panzer IVs, especially since the trees are reloading faster. Oh, someone found our mine. I think I dropped only 1 mine in this game or something like that, and he found it. Alright, there's a plane. I don't have time to build an anti-air gun now. Yeah, we need to stop those enemies pushing. Okay, until they spawn their next tank on the right, which is something we're gonna get notified by getting blown up, I guess, since we are very open, we have control, and we have to use it. It doesn't matter if we die, as long as we just get 20 kills in the meantime, and especially make sure that our team can get on the front. Now, since it's Confrontation, everything matters, not just capping, but also tickets, meaning capping efficiency. And this is what many players, especially the typical Fortnite faction, doesn't get. It doesn't matter if you cap all of the points and then lose on timer in the end. If the enemies just if the enemies just gave up the points and grinded you down while you were capping. Everything matters, capping and ticket efficiency. So if you can cap a point, great, do it. But if it costs too much, let the enemies have it. And you're gonna be up on tickets. So this is what people need to understand. Confrontation is the most complicated game mode in the game in that regard, since you have to constantly see what's worth it and what's not. Okay, I would like to get the tank on the left, but I can't. And since this is low BR, we get the weak anti-tank guns and we can barely get any kills. I'm even happy we get one kill. Yeah, I'm even happy that happened, since due to the stupidly nerfed nature of anti-tank guns, the explosions are very weak. We basically need direct hits. Alright, it's contested. So, as we can see so far, the central objective is balanced after after I dropped the T-28 there. Because this is a big advantage, and we barely capture it. So without that... Oh, fuck! Yeah, my angle was stupid. Yeah, my angle was stupid. Should have built it more to the right. Yeah, that was expected. Yeah, so this is gonna be hard. But it's also hard for the enemies. It's very expensive, but the next objective is very easy for the enemies. So right now, the strategic balance is that we need to make sure we kept this objective, and then we can let the enemies have the next, and we just need to trade favorably, and then we're gonna win the game. So our winning strategy isn't trying to get to all points, because trying to run to the next points means we're just gonna get blown up by them constantly. So we rather just stay here, where we have the best control. Alright? They took the point. Not good. Well, not good at first glance, but let's see. And now at least we can find out how the next point is. Maybe the next point is so beneficial for us that it's even good. Because if we lose this point, but it costs the enemies a lot of lives, and then we just get the next point easily, since the enemies also got their point easily. Yeah, we could get ahead and pick it overall. My position here is not really good, because I'm getting shot from the right, and I will be shot from the center too soon once they start coming. And I actually want to use this as a spawn and not as a shooting base. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. And we're just 45. Yeah, we need to get. Yeah, we are in the worst spot on the map basically. Yep, This could be actually the worst spot on the map to be with an APC. All right. Okay. Making trees fall down is always bad because now everyone on the map knows you're driving around here. But I guess I couldn't avoid it. All right. Yeah, I should avoid these open areas. It's just, yeah, just way too inefficient. We're losing way too many lives just sniping around. Oh, this dude got unlucky. I didn't even mean to shoot him. Oh, there's nice garlic sausage hanging on the right. Cool. That's a lovely village. Okay, well, our team is gonna cap soon, I guess. Now I won't go to the point since our team will be there likely. The best thing is if I just get into a flanking position. Look at this cool earth, by the way. How the tracks destroyed. Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna shoot them from the right here. Yeah, like another mistake many people do is they just bum rush all into the same area. Which is obviously stupid, because if everyone is on the same point, you don't have any map control. You need to be spread out. Now, if we have enough people to cap the point... Oh, another paratrooper. Nice, let's go. Let's get him. That was the first, that was the commander, and now come the bots. If everyone is on the same point, you're literally giving up map control, which is dumb as hell. You want to have forces spread out well. It's like on the chessboard. You don't want to be on one point. You want to have control over the whole. The more you control, the more advantages you have, the more possibilities you have. Okay. You see, our line is longer. We have a small advantage. Now, what are the lessons so far? it's an utter back and forth. And it seems that both teams can't get past the second points. So it will... Oh, is it an enemy? No. Can't get past the... Yeah, it's a friendly. Can't get past the second points. It will always go... It will always jump back to the middle point. So we need to win by grinding and not by capping. 5 kills, alright. We still have 2 bombs. So trying to cap and going full force and losing too many tickets, investing too many tickets in capping is a losing strategy here. What wins the game here is by grinding the enemies down. And that's why we have a plane, because... oh, nice, 7. I think in the beginning we had 5. Yeah, okay, 12 kills is fine. I would have liked 20 more, but 12 is definitely fine, especially on this map, which is quite hard to bomb. Yeah, since we can't expect to win on capping, and if we would try, we would just grind away too many, we would just lose too many tickets. We're just gonna grind the enemies down. And a plane won't just get lots of efficient kills. Efficient means we're gonna lots of kills, but we won't die, since we are a good pilot in the sky. And we can deal with the enemy tanks. Yep, yeah. You see, the enemies are... They have more rallies than us. That's why they have it easier regarding capping. And they also have the tank supremacy. But they won't have it for long. Now, our plane will make sure that they don't. Now, as you saw in the beginning, whenever I take a tank, it's hit or miss. Because since the enemies have their 2 sides, with their 2 tank spawns, I have a natural strong disadvantage with my tank. Oh, this is another tank gun, or what? Then anti-air gun. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, they are well prepared. Yep, they not only do they have the tank advantage, they also have the... Well... Yep, we need to... Yeah. Now, interesting. Can't have planes. Can't have tanks. What do? Well... We try to have close rallies. And there's another tank coming since the tree fell down. Yep, he didn't learn the lesson that we learned back then. you always need to... Oh, let's snipe his ass. Oh yeah, oh, we were so lucky it's a Panzer II. Okay, other tanks would have also exploded. I shot directly at his turret, but still. Oh, nice. Ah, fuck. You always have to adapt to your enemy and to the game. And see what works. And the tanking worked perfectly in the beginning, but then it didn't work, the plane didn't work, so what works? Well, having fast logistics. Because here's the big lesson, and this is what all the whiners on social media don't get. They would say, oh no, enemies, this game is unfair, the enemies should blow up my tank and shoot down my plane. Yep, but if they have so much control over the sky, if they have one squad sitting in the background with an anti-air gun, if they have a plane in the sky, they can't control everything. If they control so much, if we focus our forces on the central point, exactly in that moment, we will likely get it. And that's exactly what we did. Like, our team bum rushed the point, and we got it. Now the problem is though, if we keep bum rushing, since the distance from the point, from the center to the next point is so big, we're gonna suffer from their long range dominance, so we need to take a tank now. And this is the flexible adaptation. We take exactly what is necessary for the current moment. Back then, having infantry worked, but only for a short time. This is also, by the way, as in real life. You can't expect the same strategy to work constantly. Even sometimes in the same battle, you need to see what works and what not. And this can change from minute to minute. So, I'm gonna be extra careful now. I'm gonna drive further left, further than our APC even, to make sure I don't get shot from the right as before. And I'm gonna avoid those TNT pack throwers. And I'm gonna shell the point from a safe distance. Yeah. Now this will likely give us a nice amount of kills and provoke the enemies to get closer to us. Oh, I don't want those bombs on my ass. And eventually the enemies will come and then we can start sniping them. Yep, since I'm as far left as it gets now, there's no enemy tank that can outflank me from both sides. So, yep. Yeah, this is a good position. Now, this is exactly how this side needs to play the game. Just to spam 2 tanks, preferably far left, because then you can't be outflanked anymore. And then everything works out. Yep. Yeah, whenever you have these wooden houses, just always try to shoot for them. Sometimes you can penetrate the walls, other times not. This time it worked. And as you saw, the other tank we couldn't penetrate through the house. Okay, enemies are already capping. Now, if this other tank wants to hide... Oh wait, he's coming. Straight into the turret. Yes. Alright. It's getting contested. We can stop them. They're capping. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, we have such a big advantage in terms of tickets that even if they cap... Okay, they have something like a 1/3 advantage or like more 20%. Alright. They have the ticket advantage, but we can expect for a grindy battle for the middle point, and most importantly, we have the tank advantage. Yes, we have the tank and oh, nice explosion. We have the tank advantage here. Yeah, we just gonna get dozens of kills and grind them down, and then the enemy forces should be way too weakened, and we should be able to get this middle point and then win. Perfect. Oh, there's another tank. Beautiful. This dude literally exposed his underbelly. That's not what you do with a tank. Oh, another one. Hello. Couldn't destroy his track, sadly. That was beautiful. Straight into the turret. And it was a dangerous one. Panzer 3J1. Yeah, he could one-shot us easily. Okay. And, okay, there it is. Their ticket gain is gone. Now we have the 33% advantage. And the enemies are coming. And now now we are exactly in the position as the enemies were in the beginning. But this time we have our tank on the left flank. And now they're getting the flank tank treatment. Yeah, perfect. So what did we learn? I guess the game would be over. Unless someone snipes me from the left, though I don't think so. Because even if I get shot, they won't really one-shot me. They will take out 2 tankers because I have 3 turrets and quite a big tank. And then I'm gonna shoot the enemy tank back. So I feel very safe now. I just need to spam HE on them. Yeah, the game's over. Good. Yeah, you see, what are the lessons we learned about this map? First, about confrontation. Always adapt. Always look how the map works. Always look what the dynamics are. What works and what not. Draw conclusions from what... Yeah, you see, I was... I wasn't careful, but okay. Now we still can fuck up the game. We need to make sure they don't cap, because if they do, we can lose the game easily. Okay, let's make sure they don't cap. I'm gonna build a rally, and then we should basically have a safe cap. We already have a safe cap, good. Make sure you all... Oh, we didn't get any tickets. Well, in that case, theoretically, if the enemies play it very smart, if they have 1 tank that kills everyone rushing to the point, they can kill us. Then they can win the game by... let's get him. Fuck. Yeah, these 37mm are ridiculously slow. He should be dead. This is a biplane, and we hit him. Even if it was a weak hit, he should be dead, but... Okay, strange. Well... Yeah, okay, whatever. As long as... Yeah, they could grind us down, theoretically, but only if they have enough forces left somewhere on the map. If they don't, then it's over. So, the general lesson is, always analyze how is the map working, how are the teams playing, what is the dominant strategy, in this case it's long-range tanking, and then you play the dominant strategy. And if it doesn't work, always adapt. As you saw, I went from tanks to infantry to tanks again, to APCs, then to planes, and then had go back to infantry, and then again to tanks. And after perfectly adapting to what the enemies were doing, eventually you're gonna get the advantage. Eventually you're gonna get the upper hand. Because you can be sure no enlisted player is perfectly adapting every single time. If you do it, you will be basically the only one. And eventually, since Confrontation is quite a long game mode, you're gonna have the advantage. I really wanted to throw the Molotov into the house then. Yeah, so... yeah, and eventually the tank on the far left won us the game. Meaning, if the enemies had high-quality tankers, they could have done the same to us by just dominating us hard. But in that case, I would have made sure the tanks die. All right. Oh, look at those points. Look how many points more we have. But the enemy still gave us a hard match because they played better regarding capping. All right. Let me know what you think. And until soon. Goodbye.